Alrighty. Exciting times this evening. Live audience. Love it. Yay! Long may it last. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to last, but long may it last. I'm just really hoping that we can do this now on a more and more regular basis. It's not our full auditorium as it once was, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Right now, what it is, though, is an opportunity for us to have a few folk in the room with us, and those of you who are streaming in from out and around the country, awesome. It's going to be, as usual, Q&A. At the end, I'll take a few questions from you guys on the floor, and Stacey's going to be WhatsApping me the questions from the live chat stream, so we'll answer all your questions. Guests, we'll answer your questions. Remember, you're behind the camera. I can't even see your names on the commentary stream anymore, so you really are anonymous. You can ask anything you like, and I challenge you to do so. Let's get that done tonight so that you guys are feeling confident. Just earlier today, we're doing a whole lot of filming, so this is not my first time in front of the camera, just today. So let's see if we can pull this one off and do it as good as we used to do it. Folks, if you are new here this evening, have we got some guests here in the room? Yes, we've got a few guests. There's a handful of you. All right, good, okay. We lock the doors at this stage. You can only leave if you buy something. But no. Welcome to DuePoint. I hope it's an entertaining and informative evening for you. This evening, if you're watching live and a guest as well, our objective of these presentations is to completely change your perception of what we are and who we are by the end of it. Unfortunately, as humans, and particularly as South Africans, we generally have a preconceived idea about everything. I always used to tease that I had the spiritual gift of opinion, but I actually think it's a cultural thing. I think as South Africans, we all have the spiritual gift of opinion, and we sometimes tend to pass it a little bit too quickly. So hopefully by the end of this evening, I'll have changed your opinion about DuePoint a little bit. To start with, DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company, publicly listed company, been around for 70 years, full-blown insurance company, life and short-term licenses, no less than 9 regulators that look after us. Okay, so you're not dealing with some garage Excel spreadsheet startup. You are dealing with a 7-decade-old insurance company just to start with. DuePoint is the division. DuePoint has one primary objective, and that is to be an economically viable tool for South Africans to change their financial circumstances. That's a big statement in our current economic environment. If any of you have been following it, you'll know that it's in the worst state it's been in 9 decades. That was officially from Investec last week. Their chief economists wrote in the paper to say that even the Great Depression did not damage the South African economy as badly as the last 12 months. In the next 24 months, we're going to see traditional forms of income dwindle by another sort of 10 to 20%. What that means is we started at the beginning of last year with 9.5 million traditional jobs. We are now on 7.5 million traditional jobs. By the end of this year, we may be touching on 6. So let that settle in. That's not me. I didn't make those numbers up. Go do some Google searching. Go read News 24. Go to the big banks. Look at their economic reports. That's what they're forecasting. Even Tito Mboweni said, just brace yourself for another year of mass unemployment. The thing about that, though, is it's not going to just swing around after COVID. We all get an inoculation and wham presto, there's 4 million jobs in the business or in the economy again. This is not what's going to happen. We have unfortunately been seeing a decline in our GDP since 1966. I saw a fantastic graph on Investec's site this week showing GDP shrinkage in South Africa since 1966. We actually haven't had the swing up. We had these little spikes. We had a little spike between 2001 and 2004. You'll all remember that, the boom. You can see the little blip, and then it went down again. And it's continued to do so since 1966. We are not going to see an upward turn. It means that we can't depend on this economy, on macroeconomics anymore for our own economic future. We can't. We do not have an economic future in South Africa, not if we're going to rest on the traditional. We are going to have to change the way we create income. But what is positive about this is that it means we'll take control back again of our income. See, there's any form of traditional income, whether it's a job or whether you're running your own business, you don't have control over it. You don't have control. Someone else decides how much you're going to earn. Someone else is going to tell you if you get promoted. And when the business shuts down, you can't do anything to stop it. One of the processes of retrenching staff is you have to give them the opportunity to grant you a solution. I don't know who wrote that into the law because it's quite hilarious, but nonetheless, your business is dead, you're retrenching people as a result, and you have to give them an opportunity for them to give you a potential solution. I've been involved in retrenchments before in the process of it, and I've never had an employee come to me and say, you know what, I've been keeping the secret from you for just this day. Let me tell you how we can turn this company around. It doesn't work, and we don't therefore have control over our income. Now, what happens when we pull ourselves out of a traditional economy and we start to work in our own personal economy is that we start taking the reins back. We start controlling the outcome. And that means we control the benefits as well, but we carry the risks and the responsibilities as well. So it's a big shift. Now, what we've done at DuePoint is we've created that tool. We've created the tool that allows you to extract yourself from the traditional economy and build for yourself a life raft, and later on a cruise ship. But we'll start with a life raft in the economy that we live in today. Most of what I've said to you today is not unique to South Africa. The entire globe is suffering with traditional income shrinkage. People are having to move. You go to the US today, vast swaths of that economy is self-employed. It's working for itself. It's not in traditional jobs anymore. It's a shift that's occurring. And the 21st century is going to demand that all of us change the way we think about income creation. Our tool, ladies and gentlemen, is different because it doesn't just create income for you. It creates an asset that produces income. And that's important because it gives you a couple of advantages. First of all, it doesn't disappear when you disappear. At some point in the future, you're going to pass away. When you pass away, this asset you've built with us at DuePoint will automatically pass on to your children. It means that we not only create a lifeboat for citizens of South Africa right now, but we break the poverty cycle into the next generation. And this, unfortunately, is very much an industrial revolution type problem. When we started having the types of jobs that we have today, which really came out of the Industrial Revolution, the jobs always terminated when you terminate. Your children then would start from scratch again. You know, you send them to school. Why? So that they can get ready for a career that's theirs. Not a career that will be handed over to their children. They will not produce anything that will be left behind for their children. You know, we'll talk about, you can come and say, no, but what about the house they built? Well, let's talk about that. How much, I was just chatting with Donnie this afternoon. His dad passes away, he gets a house. The house is not worth enough to change any of his economic circumstances. Like your life is not different today because the house your dad left you. Because of the costs and the debt involved around these things, very seldom, in fact, in 0.5% of times, are parents actually able to leave behind wealth that boosts their children to a different level than the level they started on. What happens is children just start exactly where their parents started every single time, right at the beginning. And as a result, those that were poor start off poor, and that we call the poverty cycle, don't we? Now, if we can produce an asset for you, if we can create an asset, you now have something that you can give to your children when you pass away, and it means they start where you left off, not where you started. This is a significant change. Now, don't look at this like it's a traditional network marketing company. It's just another Amway. It's not. Have any of the words that have come out my mouth this evening been words you've heard at a network marketing company presentation? No, because we're not network marketing. Why are we not network marketing? Because we're not going to ask you to do the things that network marketing companies ask you to do. What do they ask you to do generally? They ask you to learn about their products, carry their products around, sell their products, and lots of times do the administration afterwards on those products. They ask you to do presentations on their products and their system. We do not ask you to know anything about our products. We're not going to ask you to sell any of our products. We're not going to ask you to do any presentations of our business or our products. And we're not going to ask you to do any of the administration or client service on it. That's all our task. We're going to ask you to do one thing, just connect people to us. If you can just connect people to us, we'll do the rest. You see, that's where people get confused. Yeah, but you see, it's like network marketing because we have to bring people to you. No, that's not what you did at network marketing. Network marketing, you were selling them products. Here, I'm going to ask you just to connect them to me through our technology, and we will take it from there. We will do the rest for you. How much can you earn at DuePoint? Well, that's completely up to you. It all depends on whether you're willing to actually do something. And that is a really big question that most South Africans don't ask themselves. Most South Africans don't want to do anything. You see, having a traditional job means you can do nothing. You arrive at work, you click a few buttons, and the day passes by. You don't really do anything. I know, I've had hundreds of employees in my employ over the years, and very quickly, it's something like COVID, for instance, will show you that your business didn't need a third of the people that were there. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, for those of you who don't want to do anything, there's nothing I can do for you. There is absolutely nothing on earth that will give you financial freedom. Nothing at all. It'll barely put the food on the table for you, and given our economic circumstances, maybe for another 24, 36 months, and then you will be on the street. Only those that are willing to do something are going to survive what is about to come economically. And that means you need to be willing to do whatever the task is. You don't get to pick and choose. What was Peter was just telling me before, and he spoke to a guy, said, no, I don't want to do this. I want to do a job like a real man. Okay, what does that mean? No, it means I can get to go and sit behind a desk and hide there all day, every day. No, ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid not. You're going to have to change what you do to become self-employed. At DuePoint, we're going to ask you to connect people to us. So, yeah, you're going to have to get over yourselves. You are going to have to get brave. You're going to have to talk to people, and you're going to have to get au fait with technology. Au fait with technology. I often read in the papers where they say it's not fair because some people don't have technology, they don't understand technology, and that's not fair. It's 2021, ladies and gentlemen. It's not fair. It's catch up or fall off the bus. That's not anyone being disparaging or prejudicial. It's 2021. It's 4 years after Back to the Future 2. It's 4 years after that. You cannot say it's not fair because you don't know how to use technology or you don't have technology. Make a plan. It's the 21st century and we're 21 years into it. That's crazy. Even as I say those numbers, the mind boggles. We are 21 years into the 21st century. Do you guys remember back Beyond 2000, the show called Beyond 2000? Do you remember? I remember watching an episode where they showed a full color printer. That was the episode, was about having a full color printer. That was 30 years ago, maybe 35 years ago. We have to get on this train. These days, it's all technology, and that's what we are. You're not going to be carrying paper application forms around with you. You're not going to be doing peddling products. You're not going to be setting up a presentation stand. That's not what's going to happen. You're simply going to be using technology. You're going to be connecting to us, the insurance company. We're going to be making the sales. We're going to be doing the presentations. You're going to be creating an asset of income. How much you earn, up to you. We've been around now for more than 5 years now, and as a result, we have thousands of individuals worth of data. With that data, we can tell you, plus minus, how much you're going to earn. If you're going to do the work, then on average, after your first year, you should have got about R250,000 worth of value from us. So somebody who was, I think was talking to Donnie. Donnie says, people say to him, yeah, how quickly can I get to 20,000 Rand a month? He says, how much are you earning? 15. Hang on a second. So we need to give you 5 more than what you're currently earning before you'll even consider this business. Yeah. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you can get to 20,000 Rand a month pretty quickly here at DuePoint. I reckon anywhere in up to 24 months. You can get to 20 grand a month. You could probably do it in 12. In fact, some people have done it in 6. So it's up to you. It just depends on how much effort you put in. But let's say on average, you're looking at about 2 years to get there. Those that have done 2 years with us have generally extracted a value of about R750,000 Rand, because there's a whole bunch of other things that you get as well along the way. That's not bad for 2 years. Now, don't look at me like, I earned that in 1 year. How much did you earn in your first 2 years of your career? While you were studying all those years at university, were you expecting to earn R750,000 Rand in your first 24 months of being employed? No, don't get cheeky with us. Don't go, I'm earning that now, no, 24 months. How long did it take for you to get to R750,000 Rand? It probably took you decades. We always love it. The youngsters particularly, they come in here and they're like, I'm going to be the next CEO, I'm invincible, I'm going to be an actuary, I'm going to be an accountant, and I'm always like, shame, man. Okay, that's great. Well, can we direct that energy in the right direction? Because by the time you're 35, you'll realize you're not going to be CEO. You're not going to the top. Hands up, who are CEOs driving Lamborghinis, earning 20 million Rand a year? Nobody in this room doing it. But you all, when you were 18 and 19, thought you were going to be there. Okay, it's a reality. You don't earn that quickly. Not unless it's real. If it's real, it takes time. And we're saying, on average, So there are people that have done much better than this and people that have done much worse than this. But on average, over the last 5 years, we've proven that this tool creates wealth. And it creates wealth faster than traditional employment. That's what you've got to measure it against. You've got to measure it against traditional employment. Don't measure it against the Ponzi scheme or the pyramid scheme that told you you'd be rich in 90 days. Don't do that, because they're all gone, aren't they? Huh? There aren't even any floating around at the moment that I know of. They're all dead right now. You know, maybe next month someone will crop its head up from Sweden or Russia or something. But, you know, at the moment, we know that only the ones that say, put time in, are going to get you there. We're going to ask you just to connect individuals to us. You have the ability here at DuePoint to create teams. This is where people think we're network marketing. We're not network marketing. You can't call your sales team at work a network marketing structure. It's not. It's your sales team. Here you get to build teams with us. The technology we have allows us to allocate you into a team. But we give you the beauty of being able to earn from the efforts of your entire team. You get to do that with us. That doesn't make us something. It is a tool that we've utilized because it works and it helps build this asset for you. We then reward you once we've done the work. We come in DuePoint, we facilitate the sale of the products, we do the presentations, we do all the administration. And then our products, what are they? All financial services, insurance products, run on debit orders. Premiums are raised every single month. As they're raised, you get your piece of it. We reward you in 2 ways. Firstly, through our returns program. Our returns program pays you £27.50 for every product payment that's made every single month in your channel. Multiplied by a factor. We multiplied by a factor. Where was that payment made in your team? That is the percentage, that is the rand value that you get. And you get it every month. Our products don't expire. They don't wear out. As long as that person pays, you're earning. Now, as I said, we've been around for 5 years now. Our average length of payment so far is creeping up towards 36 months. So the average person so far in a 5-year data set is paying for at least 36 months. So you know that that's going to stretch and stretch the longer our data set gets. This means that a connection, single connection to us, could be worth more than 36 months worth of returns. It's a recurring income that comes to you. We do not limit how much you can earn. Again, traditional kind of structures will say you can earn to the 6th point or the 8th point or this or that. There's no like 70-30 distributions and all of these things that I've heard about. No. Very simple. As long as you qualify to earn, you can earn at any point in your channel. Your channel's 100 points big, you can earn at 100 points. There is no limit to it. There's a 30-minute video on our YouTube channel that is me spending 30 minutes explaining just that slide to you, just our returns. After this presentation, go jump on YouTube and watch it. I'll show you how you qualify to earn on each point and how there's no limit to how much you can earn. Folks, we are able to pay you throughout this channel. It will now depend purely on your effort, what you earn. It can produce for you far more than your employment. Lynette's with us here this evening. I'm sure she won't mind me saying it. She said it publicly before. She earns now in a month what she used to earn in a year in her best year of employment. So every month, she's earning more than what she was earning in a year at the peak of her employment. How would that feel for you? How would it be if you could earn what you're earning annually every month? You see, we're not joking. I'm not making that up. I have individuals that have done it. We've been around now for more than half a decade. We've proven the tool. The tool is not up for educated debate. If you understand the tool, if you're educated in the tool, you won't debate it. It's a decision you have to make as to whether you're willing to do something differently. This is not pocket change. We don't do, some people have said to me, Brandy, these things you earn a couple grand a month. No, you don't. Not in ours, because we're not one of those things. If you get serious, if you choose this as your future, you can live a future that's completely different to your past. And the guys that are here tonight will tell you that. They'll attest to it. They're living it already. It's up to you now to do the work. This is not one of those things that says, I will do all the work for you. No, you're going to have to do the work. Commit to it like you would your jobs. In fact, I'd encourage most of you to do it more than you did your jobs. Because you didn't make it a CEO, remember? Now you get in here and you do it as if you're going to go to CEO. That's what you want to do with us. We don't leave you alone in this process. We know that you haven't done this before. We know that you don't know how to do it, that you're embarrassed, that you're shy, that you don't feel like you've got the skill set, that you don't feel like you know people. I've heard all of the excuses. We know that. So we built what we call our XP Rewards training program. We're going to teach you how to do this. We are literally going to teach you how to do this. We're going to teach you about the economy that you live in. We're going to teach you about the financial sector. We're going to teach you how to create wealth and how to sustain wealth in your personal circumstances. We're going to teach you all of that. It's not 45 minutes worth of clips we ripped from the internet. It's hundreds of hours of training we've put together over the last 5 years. It's training built in South Africa, in your circumstances, understanding what you're going through and the demands on your money and your time, because we did it. And you get it absolutely free. As a wealth engineer at DuePoint, you automatically have full access to our XP Rewards program. Now, what it does is, as you do it, we reward you with what's called XP points, experience points. They don't disappear. They accumulate. They never disappear. And as they accumulate and as your channel grows, we meet, and you meet the 2 criteria, we then rank you up. It's to give you some motivation. It's to keep you driven on the path to wealth. And it's going to give you tools that are going to help you through the process. Lots of cash in it. So as you see, you reach certain ranks, we give you exponentially more cash, then we give you tools. When you get to rank 9, which is not an end, it's actually just the beginning. When you reach rank 9, every year for the rest of your life, we'll take you away on a holiday. 5-star, business class, all expenses paid. You don't need to qualify again. You just need to maintain your channel size. Now, that's not some kind of like fake promise, maybe hopefully one day. And we've got a whole group of people. Every year there's new rank 9s. And we go away to a different location every year. And so we've got the wonderful, wonderful opportunity of being able to show you real footage, nothing ripped off of the internet. And what we do on these trips, more so for you than for the rank 9s that come with us, is we begin to demonstrate to you what a life of wealth looks like. Because South Africans don't know what it looks like. There's a 0.5% of individuals that do know what life being wealthy looks like. Everybody else doesn't know what it looks like. We show you. I had a bit of a chuckle. Some people have said, yeah, all my friends have been to Mauritius. That's okay. We go to Mauritius, but we also go to loads of other places. And everybody that's ever been with us to Mauritius has gone, wow, I've never been to Mauritius like this before. And that's the guys who said they'd been to 5-star hotels. Yeah, we don't play around. And this is our worst trip in our program. There's 28 ranks. There are 4 trips. And this is the cheap, nasty one. Why? Because we know how hard you're going to have to work. And we want you to remember why you're working. We need you to remember it. Once a year, we're going to remind you. When you get the next trip, twice a year, we're going to remind you. And so on and so on. While you ponder a different future, have a look at wealth engineers that have been doing this while you didn't even know DuePoint existed. Have a look at what we did with them and imagine what we could do with you. Are you coming with us? I know where we're going. We've already paid the deposits. We've got a whole lot of spare rooms, and we are waiting to see who's coming with us. We're waiting. There will be people joining us. There are people already well on their way to rank 9 this year, and they will be new. It'll be their first of many trips. Who's coming with us? Can you honestly look at this business and scoff at it? Can you honestly? We're not like from, this new kids on the block from Sweden, and I've run 4 Ponzi's before. This is a 7-decade-old, publicly listed on the JSE insurance company. We have more licenses than most insurance companies. In fact, I think we're part of the 4 with the most licenses. And we've been around a long time. We are trying to create a solution. This is not a charity. We're not doing it just for, the good of South Africa. We're going to make a profit out of it, yeah? So I'm quite happy to say we'll make a profit out of it. But where will you make a profit? In the next decade in South Africa, how are you going to turn your financial circumstances around? How are you going to do it? No one's ever been able to tell me. What people tell me is like what they said to Peter. No, I want a job like a real man. Yeah. Unfortunately, folks, that's pre-Back to the Future 2. Right now, the world is demanding a change. And these are the kinds of changes we can give you. At rank 11, remember there's 28 ranks. Rank 11 will give you your own car. It's the first of 4 different cars throughout our program. And it's not rented to you, financed to you, given to you, and then taken away, all branded, because it's your car. Have we given them before? Yes. Go and see the videos. Go on our YouTube channel, our Facebook page. See people taking deliveries of cars before you even knew who DuePoint was. Rank 11s and beyond exist already. It's your turn now. It's your turn in this process. We wrap our entire business, ladies and gentlemen, in our Achievers Quest. Now, the Achievers Quest is there to get you off the ground and put food on your table from month 1. This is one of the things people have said to me is, Brendan, I can't afford to do DuePoint because if I stop my job, I won't be able to put food on my table. Well, we came up with a solution, our Achievers Quest. It just says, get serious with DuePoint from day 1. You put 10, 20, or 30 people into your channel. Every month that you do will increase your returns and your rewards by an additional 5, 10, or 15,000 Rand. For most South Africans, they don't earn 15,000 Rand. And so we'll put 15 on top of your returns and rewards every month that you achieve it. Every month. It means that if you get serious with DuePoint from month 1, we are replacing your income from month 1. It's not hobby this. It's not side. You're not peddling plastic boxes and pills and milkshakes. It's not what we're doing here. We are changing the financial circumstances of South Africans with a real tool. Not a here today, gone tomorrow. With a real tool. Your choice is to start making some life decisions. We want you to make with this one. We're an insurance company, like I said before. There's no mystery behind how we do this. It's all based on premium payment. It is. It's all based on premium payment. You'll find us very frank about everything. You've got to take a product, or you need to join our DuePoint Enterprise program. It's one of 2 things. This is where people are like, I knew it. You're going to take my money. Yeah, our average premium is about 299 Rand a month. Should devastate you financially. It's the only payment you're going to make, and it's how we make the wealth, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot make it out of thin air like the pyramids and Ponzi's that you've all been involved with before. That just took your money. You know them because you lost your savings. You got a double bond out and now you're paying 2 bonds off instead of 1. You remember that? Do you remember those occasions? It was a good one in December. I think it was some empty promises or something. I can't remember what it was called. Lots of that. No, we're going to ask you for no monthly payments, no admin payments, no application forms, no training payments, no textbooks, no seminars, none of that. Just your product. And your product is a fully contractual financial services product. Stand before the law. It's real. You're going to get a policy document, a welcome letter, an insurance schedule, and it's going to work just like all your other insurance products. It's real. That's what you're going to pay for, and it's the only thing that you're going to pay for. And we got the whole lot, and we keep adding. We kind of add them slowly, though, because people get a bit cross-eyed. We've already got like 8. It's getting enough. We've got a few more coming, but it's getting enough now. But we've got the spectrum. Personal accident cover, tax-free investments, life insurance, primary health care, mechanical warranties, funeral cover, whatever you want. We're a full-blown insurance. We can do anything you like. All right, we've got them all there. You can find them all on our website. Everyone comes with a training video. Go and see a full training video. I will tell you about all the terms, all the conditions, all the disclosures, waiting periods, it's all in those videos. We hide nothing. Nothing is ever hidden here at DuePoint. Go and look at them. You can take 1, you can take 6, you can take 3. It's completely up to you. Your choice. And as individuals come to us, we too will sell to them our products. And when they make their payments, you will get your returns and your rewards, your piece of that premium payment. All right, now don't argue with me about the mathematics. I'm a chartered accountant. We have 5 other chartered accountants in the building. We have about 10 actuaries up the road. We've done the maths, and we've been doing it for nearly 6 years, okay? So it works. Don't worry about the maths. It works. Just worry about one thing. It's going to cost you on average about 299 Rand a month. That's it. Some of you less. If you're 28 and a female and single and healthy, it's like 220 Rand. You can get life insurance, you see, 220, you see. If you're old and fat and diabetic, don't take that product. Just the 249 will do you, okay? It's all there. We cater for everybody, okay? It's all in there. We're underwritten by all the major guys. As I said to you, we're a division of Constantia. Huge history there, massive part of the South African financial state. But we're also products underwritten by Santam, Structured Insurance, largest insurer in Africa. They're on board. Their products are on our platform. You can select their products from us. They've got 3 of their products on our platform. Workers Life, biggest trade union insurer in the country, on board. They got their products on board with us too. So, you know, this is serious business. If the biggest insurers in the country are taking us seriously, I really think you should. All right. Okay, good. As a wealth engineer, you automatically qualify for 3 free services. Our Medicall, our Legal Access, and our Road and Home Assist programs. You get them for free. They're worth about $5,000 a year. You can go and test me on that. Go look up each service and see how much it would cost you to buy each one separately outside of DuePoint. You get them for free. So immediately you're getting $5,000 per annum worth of value, let alone the value of your product. Okay. What they are Medicall, 24 hours a day, qualified nurses and doctors at your disposal. You click a button, dial, from normal medical questions to emergencies, pediatrics, frail care. They're all there. They'll give you as much advice and assistance as they can. You've got them there. In COVID world, this is what we want, especially new parents. I was there, 3 o'clock in the morning, your kid is doing some weird thing, and you think they're going to die, and you've got no one to talk to because it's 3 o'clock in the morning. You call, they specialize in pediatrics. They'll help you through the night. You get it for free. Okay. Legal Access, there we go. Legal Access gives you qualified lawyers at the end of your phone. Given the state of what's going on right now, you might want a lawyer. They'll help you with everything from the simplest things, contracts. They'll give you templates. Maybe you want to hire someone. Maybe you want to buy a house and they're giving you a contract and you want someone to review it. They'll review the contracts. Maybe you want to get married. You're going to want to review that contract. They'll do all of that for you, and they'll do the much more serious things as well. You get thrown in jail, they'll bail you out up to 5,000 Rand. You get that for free. Oh, but you're going to take me 299 Rand from me every month. Oh, okay. No, you get that for free as well. Then you get the Road and Home Assist as well. Roadside assistance, all the normal stuff, tow trucks, home assistance, your geyser blows, your whatever, they're there to assist you. Go and look at the terms and conditions. Go and look at the product services on our website. The list for just the last one is about yay long of all sorts of things you get for free. It's a fantastic product. Ask any of the guys that have been around. Almost everybody's used it, and it is really quite a phenomenal product to have. You get it for free. So let's summarize. What are we offering you? Economically viable financial solution for every South African that doesn't put them in the position of traditional income. In other words, they have a real asset. They have something that doesn't disappear when they disappear. They have something that will transcend their generation. That's what we build. It's recurring. It means you get paid every month. Every month. We just paid, I think it was our 62nd payment or 61st payment just recently, and we're doing the next one this week. We never missed one. We were never short. We were never delayed. There was one a while ago that said, no, FD's in China, so we can't pay this month. No, I've been overseas and they paid. Please, it's real. So every month you get paid. That's what we give you. That's what changes everything for you. And it's an income you're in control of. You're in control of the outcome. You know the rules, you know how it works, and you will produce the income. And no one will be able to fire you from it. No one will be able to retrench you from it. And no one will be able to say, I'm sorry, you can't get the promotion this year and you can't get the raise this year. No, you will dictate the outcome of that income. We've got the money, the food on the table money right up front. You want it? You say, I can't do this because of my job. Yes, you can do it because of our Achievers Quest. We'll put the cash on your table. Just get serious from day one. Getting serious is not 3 people in your first month. That's the people who are doing this as a hobby. Getting serious is putting 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 people in a month, which we've had. I think our record's like 86 or 84. Like, you can do that. It's not nonsensical. It's 5 or 6 people a day. It's easy to do that. You're not selling anything. You're not presenting to them. You're just connecting them to us. And we do the rest of the work for you through our tech. We've got all the things that the pyramids and Ponzi schemes will promise you, the overseas trips, the cars, all of those things. The only difference is we actually deliver, we have delivered, and we continue to deliver on these promises. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to actually have qualified for a holiday for the rest of your life? Wouldn't it be nice the day I hand the keys to you? Go watch the videos where we hand the keys, they sign the paper, and it's theirs. It's theirs from that point forward. When is it your day for that moment? Is your employer promising you that? Saying in the next 24 to 36 months, do X, Y, and Z, and you can get a car. I was reminded of the joke today, Donnie and I were talking about it, where it says, if you work extremely hard this year, your boss will buy another Porsche. That's what it's going to do. And that's the reality. I've worked for a boss for many years. I know what it's like. The harder I work, the better he did. That's the structure. We understand it. It's obviously a real man's job, that, working for someone else, But here you get to control that outcome. We give you the 3 free services. Minimum, $5,000 value every year. That's what you get, just straight out the bat. You haven't even paid anything yet, and that's what you've got. We're going to give you our world-class training program. I say it's world-class because people around the world are copying it. We actually love finding the stuff on the internet where they've literally lifted our videos to use, and they try and blur out like our branding and stuff. It's hilarious. It's proper world-class training. I think once you've watched it, you'll agree. It will change your abilities and your skills in building wealth for yourselves with us. And then you get your product. Stand before the law, fully contractual, regulated, and reviewed insurance product. That's what you get. Do you know which part of this you pay for? Just that part. That's your only fee. Average, $299 a month. You might buy like the 600 Rand version, but that's your own choice. It's not your cost for doing DuePoint. It's your product. And you're in, and you're flying, and you've got cover. So it's decision time, ladies and gentlemen. No matter where you are today, you've got to make some decisions. You do. You have to make a decision. We don't have the luxury anymore of just going, it'll all be fine. No, it won't. It hasn't been fine since 1966. It's been on a nice, steady downward trajectory. We need to make some serious decisions. If you want to become a wealth engineer this evening, super simple. You're going to jump onto our website, DuePoint.net, or you're going to talk to the person who's connected you here this evening, and you're going to click Join, Apply, and Plug in. It's going to take you less than 3 minutes to become an active wealth engineer, and not a single cent will depart from your pockets this evening. That is awesome. I speak mainly to the men here when I say, guess what? You do not need to go home and speak to your wife, because you are not committing to a financial transaction this evening. You will pay a monthly debit order of the, house burning down number of 299 Rand a month. I've had somebody say to us, and Donnie and I were talking about it, as I say earlier, to say, no, I can't afford 299. I'm like, really? That's a really, really big red flag. If you can't afford 299, it means that you're spending your money on the wrong things. Can I have a look at your budget? Let's throw out DSTV to start with. Let's throw out the takeaways for a few months. Once you're earning a few thousand Rand a month with us, you can get them back. Okay? Everyone can afford 299. Let's do a dollar conversion on that 299. I think it's 99 US cents. Isn't it these days? I mean, it's ridiculous. Come on, $299 is not expensive anymore, and for it you are going to get all the things we've discussed this evening. Once you're a wealth engineer, download our app. We're going to give you all the login details in that automatically. The app is free. Put it on your phone. Well done. You now have the tools to use to create wealth with us. Then you're going to have to do the training. You don't know how to do this. You still think we're network marketing. You do. You still think you're punting products. You're not. You still think you're going to have to do a presentation. You're not. You're going to ask me, Brendan, how do I tell people about DuePoint? Let me show you. The training will teach you how to do all of these things. As you open your app this evening, you're going to click Tools or the menu button. Both of them will get you to Getting Started. And you're going to watch the Getting Started videos in your bed this evening. Before you go to sleep, you're going to watch those Getting Started videos. And then you're going to know how to do the one thing we ask you to do. Just connect people to us so that we can do the rest. You connect 3 people who take products and pay for them, you're making money. You're being paid. 4, 5, 6 products, depending on your premium, and the debit order we take off of for your product every month is less than the amount of money we put in. It's up to you. It is completely up to you, ladies and gentlemen, how this is going to roll out. There will not be anyone else in control other than you. How much can you make? Well, look at this. If you do some really half-assed effort and put 5 people in a month, then you're going to earn multiples of your premium in your first month with us. Multiples. If you're paying 300 Rand a month for your premium, in your first month, 5 people in, you're going to get a recurring income of 275 Rand. You're going to achieve that 1,000 Rand early achiever. And look at that, 1,330 Rand you get. You've even ranked up to rank 1 in our training program. You've covered the cost of your product by multiples. And you just put 5 people in your first month. Get a little bit more serious. Put 10 people in. 10 people in your first month. What are you going to earn? Well, you've now created for yourself a long-term stream of 550 Rand every single month. But you're also now pulling out a 5,000 Rand bonus in your first month with us. 5,000 Rand. That's 5,600 Rand in your first month, and your premium was what? 300 Rand, 500 Rand, 249 Rand. What was it? And look at what you've made. What did you have to do? Learn our products, drag them around, do presentations at home, write up application forms? No. You just had to connect 10 people to us that took one of our products. Put 20 people in. 20 people in. That's 1 person every 2 days. And you're there. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to speak to 20 people and 20 people are going to take one of our products. That's not going to be true. We know that. None of us are hiding that fact. You're going to have to get serious. You might need to speak to 3 people a day. I think if you talk to some of our guys that have been around, they've probably got a ratio of about 3 to 1. Speak to 3 people, somebody's going to take a product. We know what the numbers are, and there's a whole training section on that. Like I say, we don't hide anything. You're going to watch a training session where we break down the success numbers for you, so you can know exactly what you're in for. We don't hide it, but we have living examples of people who've succeeded, so we know it works, and we know the maths works. What about if you do 30 people in a month? We have people that do this all the time. Even over Christmas, we had one of our guys do 30 new paid products. So when you go, oh, no, 20, impossible. No, over Christmas, we had people putting 30 in and getting them paid in the month of December. It's insane. You get a 15 grand check. For Christmas, we doubled it. They got 30. That was awesome. And they've been at our awards evenings, and they've been ranking up. And so it wasn't like a one-hit wonder. They've been moving. It's like amazing what people can do when they set their mind to it. And look at what you walk away with, 17,000. You can do that in your first month, you can do it in your second, do it in your third, you can do it every month thereafter. And what are you doing? You're building this recurring income. There's this recurring income that's growing in the background, but we're helping you put the food on the table every month that you're there. How much do you earn at DuePoint? You're going to decide. You're going to decide. We have such a spectrum of earnings every month across the board. People doing different levels of effort. One of the things we'll tell you is you're going to have to put effort and time in. Oh, this is your future career. This is what you will do for the next 25 years. It'll be something you can be proud of. One of the things our wealth engineers are proud of what DuePoint is. We never embarrass them. We never let them down. We're never delayed. We never don't deliver. Ask any one of them. We're constantly surprising them because we want you to succeed. Naturally, we'll succeed then too. As I said, it's not a charity. We're not hiding that. But we want you to succeed. We want South Africa coming with us as we build a completely separate economy. A completely separate economy to the one that's failing at the moment. Everything you need is online, guys. Everything you need is online. It's there 24 hours a day. Training, answers to your questions, tools. It's all there. Facebook, go to our YouTube channel. It's the largest viewed financial services YouTube channel in the country. Go to our Facebook page. It's the largest, it's got the highest engagement of any financial services Facebook page in the country today. We have got lots of content on there to help you. It's not necessarily going to be easy. Some of our wealth engineers find it easy, and they'll argue it's easier than traditional work. And that could be true, but it's not instant success. You're going to have to learn. Do you remember when you started your first job? You sucked at it. I remember. I was there too. I had no clue. If some of you are accountants, you'll remember it. The first day I was on the job, I was handed a Hyperion pack of financial statements. You might as well have handed me a Greek textbook. Like, I did not know what was going on. It took me 3 years before I was able to read a Hyperion set of financial statements. Now, you're not going to be good at this when you start. You're going to put the time in, the effort in. You're going to do the training. But you know what the outcome is. We lead you along the journey. You get rewarded along the journey, which you wouldn't do at work. We were not paid. The first time I ticked in that Hyperion pack, they didn't pay me a bonus. Whereas here you do. We walk you down the journey. It's so different from your traditional experience that you've had. It's so different, so much more rewarding. We got all the tools for you here as well, if you want. We got them for you. As Donnie always says, you might not need them in the beginning, but later on, they add to your credibility. We've got USB sticks with our intro presentations on and training and stuff like that. If you battle with data, they're a nice solution. We got all the clothes. About 2 years in, people said, Brendan, you need shirts. So we got them shirts. I don't know if we ever needed them, but they're the shirts, the caps, the pens, the business cards. There's a 5,000 Rand set of business cards, and you get it for 600 and what's it, 75 bucks. If you go and buy it, go and try. It's a 5 grand set to print that set. But because we can order it in bulk, we can reduce the cost for you to 675 Rand. So very professional. And you've got backup batteries and all sorts of things. You can go onto our website, click store, and it brings the whole list. This is just a sample of the stuff that's up. This month, until the end of this month, it's free delivery to the closest postnet to you. So if you are around the country, order it online. We'll deliver it to you free until the end of March. So don't delay, otherwise you're going to be paying again. So ladies and gentlemen, that's DuePoint. That's why we dragged you out here in the middle of the night on a Tuesday night. Was to demonstrate to you what we are doing in the economy. And what we've been doing for the last 5 years is we've slowly been changing South Africans' lives. We want you to come and join us. It's not a kind of a joke. It's not like a side thing. This is really serious. We're treating it very seriously. We've put tens of millions into it, and we're going to continue to do so until such time as we've equipped South Africans in a way that we can build a separate economy. One that allows South Africans to be in control of their income and determine their own future. How many of you really succeed? I loved it. Just this week, I've been looking at a couple of very disparaging websites about other multi-level marketing companies. And they're like, oh, only 2% of people succeed. I always enjoy that so much. Do you know why? Because only 0.5% of people succeed in traditional income. Go and see. Go and look it up. 0.5% of people end up as CEOs and stakeholders and shareholders in their business. Only 0.5%. That means that traditional network marketing, not even DuePoint, traditional network marketing has a 4 times higher success rate. Nobody ever says that. Only 2% of people really succeed. What they don't tell you is the other ratios below that. You're looking at 5 to 10 more percent that change their lives forever. And another 25% on top of that supplement their income to change their lifestyle. That's never mentioned. And that's traditional network marketing. That's not even what we're doing. That's not even what we're doing. But what I can tell you, even here, not everyone is going to succeed because not everyone's going to be willing to do the work. Exactly like the CEOs. Not everybody was willing to do what the CEOs did. That's all right. We cater for the whole spectrum. You want 5 grand more a month? We can do it for you. You want 25,000 Rand more a month? We can do it for you. You want 250,000 Rand a month? We can do it for you. Most of those numbers I've already proven. And we were pretty close to the last one. It's really up to you. And it'll be a proper life-changing choice. Not a, I'll try it. I can tell you exactly what will happen if you try DuePoint. Nothing. Nothing. If you decide to do DuePoint, well, I've already shown you the numbers. We've got the numbers. We know what it looks like. We know what it turns out. You just need to get on board this train and get out there and use it. Alrighty. So as I said at the beginning, full Q&A. You can grill me. Let me see. I did see a couple of questions immediately during the video. So some of the guys out there have been asking some nice questions. So we'll start with those. When I run out, I'm going to ask you. So start thinking about your questions. We had a question here. Is DuePoint planning anything, doing anything in Nigeria? So no, but not for the reasons you're thinking. Nigeria has generally got a relatively bad reputation, but it's not because of that. We are not doing anything in Nigeria because they don't have a working banking system. And DuePoint needs to work and works off of a debit order bank system. Unfortunately, that doesn't exist in Nigeria, and therefore we cannot go there. We are exploring other countries in Africa, though, so just hang tight. Those will come around the corner soon enough. Okay, then Emmanuel, you asked a question, how much do I need to pay to start with DuePoint? Well, now that you've watched the whole presentation, you'll realize your only payment is your product. That's your only payment. Go and look at the product pricing. I didn't mention it, but I should have mentioned it. It's exactly the same price as you'll pay in the market. You're not paying premium here to come into DuePoint. I'm not hiding the cost in the premium. The premiums you pay here, most of the time, are even better than the premiums you'll get at other insurance companies. Go challenge us on it. Make sure you compare like to like. I always enjoy when someone says, I found an 18-year-old for 76 Rand. Yeah, you're not 18. Work it out for you and then match the premium, okay? And take a look. We are very, very competitive. Most of the time, we're actually ahead of the curve on that. That's your only payment. There's no other payment, just the payment for your product. Very important to know that. Hetty Dupree, why can't we put our adult kids on the funeral plan? They're currently not working. I'm confused due to the fact that I can put my mother-in-law and uncle, etc. Okay, I've actually gone into the full explanation on this in our training called Understanding Insurance. Okay, but I'll give you a brief summary on it. I am secretly in the background working on getting this benefit added in. It'll make us one of the few companies that actually does have this benefit, so hang tight. But the main reason, and it's an industry-wide reason, is that the product itself is calculated actuarially to remove your children at a certain age. That reduces the amount of premium you have to pay. So if you can imagine, you set it up, it says this is how many people are going to be on the plan, but at a certain point, 1, 2, 3 are going to fall off. We can therefore adjust the premium down and make it more competitive as a result. Now, as I said, we're working on seeing if we can get those to come back in again afterwards. So stick around, we'll get to that. In the meantime, though, are you here for the funeral plan or are you here for the wealth? If you're here for the wealth, every additional policy creates for you 55 Rands worth of reward, does it not? Go get their own policies. Get your kids, if they're over the age of 25, flip. Let them pay for their own funeral plan. Hey, geez. And it'll get you 55 bucks extra each as well. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. All right, Andile. We no longer see Rena and Malcolm on the ranks 11 slide. Hey, they noticed. There was a test. You get an extra 1,000 Rand. No, you don't. No, Rena and Malcolm are there. It just depends. We actually quickly pulled up the presentation this afternoon to do it in here. And as I clicked through, I went, ooh, okay. But I just kept it to myself. So it's an old slide. I'll put the new slide and you can see Rena and Malcolm on there. Rena and Malcolm were the latest people to get our rank 11 car at the end of last year. It's Rena's car, I understand. Hey, it's not Malcolm's. So it's actually just Rena's car. And she got it at the end. So good pickup, Andile. Good. Okay, David Moyer, how many times are you entitled to get the free service per year? The free services look awesome. David, you've got to go and look at the T's and C's. The services are available throughout the year, and most of them allow multiple usages. There's only some clauses in to prevent abuse. That's all, really. It's abuse protection on some of them. Go to our website. Click on, I think it's the opportunity. It gives you the 3 free services. Click on each one. It's got a full explanation, video, and product document. Read through it. You'll be able to see how many times you can use each aspect of each service. The Medicall and the legal access, pretty much infinite, but the roadside assist and home assist have a couple of limits on them. So go and see. There's videos on them online for you. All right, that's what I got at the moment from the stream. Guys, if you've got more questions, please put them on the stream. Stacey will send them to me. Anybody in the audience like to ask me something, make a comment about something, challenge me on something? I'm really happy, would enjoy. I'll only judge you for a second and then we'll get into the answer. Don't worry. Don't be shy. If you are shy, talk to the person who brought you here. They won't be shy to talk to me because they've all spoken to me before. Anybody want to ask me something about it? Yes, yeah.
Talk about free services.
Yes.
On one of your slides.
Yeah.
Unless I've missed something, you also talk about a policy called Enterprise 265.
249.
Looks like it's the same thing.
Yes, okay, so it is. So what the gentleman's just said to me now is you talk about the free services, but then with DuePoint Enterprise, those services are in there. So absolutely. What we wanted to do was we wanted to create an option for people to be able to enter the business who couldn't or didn't qualify for one of our financial services products. So DuePoint Enterprise is not a financial services product at all. All it is we took the free services that you get with the products, and we said, okay, your premium normally covers the cost for us of those free services. If we're going to have them without the product to help us cover the cost of those, we need to give those 3 a price. $249 a month is the price to be a DuePoint Enterprise owner. You get the entire DuePoint system and those 3 services. So effectively, you pay for them. They're not free with DuePoint Enterprises. That's what you're paying for plus our system. Whereas with the products, we can absorb the cost into the premium for the financial services. But that's a good pickup. You're paying attention. Awesome. That's exactly what it is. All right. Michaela, does your guest have a question? She was laughing at me a few times, so I thought, oh, I'm going to have a question here afterwards. You're not shy to ask me, so ask Michaela. She can ask me. No? You're all right. Good. Anybody down here? We're the guests. I know you guys were all guests down here. No questions? You happy? We're all just moving. Is there any aspect of it you didn't understand, would like more explanation of? I feel my phone buzzing, so there's people asking questions on the stream. Think about it. You can ask me anything you like. Melissa, must I speak to people first before connecting to you? And how do I connect them? Is the medical the same price for over 60 as well? All right, there's 2 questions in there. Okay, Melissa, the first thing you need to do is the training. I can clearly see you have not done the training. do the training. It'll help explain to you how to approach people and then connect them to us. You are going to have to speak to them. But your conversation with individuals is not, hey, I'm selling funeral products. Would you like to buy one? That's not your conversation. Your conversation is, I found a tool to solve your economic problem. Come and watch this. And then you talk about us a little bit. I know Donnie and Lynette and Marsha will always talk about a little bit of edification. You'd say, this is the company. It's DuePoint. Listed and licensed, 7-decade-old insurance company. They are building a tool that creates asset-based income. Come and watch this video. Come and listen to the guy who founded the division, who knows what he's talking about. Come and listen to him for 15 minutes. And then you show them the short intros, the long intros, the whatever. That's how you connect them to us. So that's a start. But go and watch the training. You'll find on our Facebook page and on our app under the training section a 9-part series on how you go from finding someone to prospecting them, to inviting them, to connecting them, and then to following up and duplicating with them. Like, it's 9 parts, and what we did there is we got actually successful wealth engineers in to show us their techniques and their comments on how you do these things. Very useful, free of charge. It's out there for you. It's probably 9 hours of viewing just in that alone. So go and watch it. Okay. The medical, you need to, it's an extra 169 Rand. It's an extra 169 over the age of 65. Hey. 55. So over the age of 55, there's a loading of 169 on the primary health care. Okay, that's it. It's on the website and it's in the training. You can see it there. And it's in the app. Johan, how many prospects can be added per month on the app, Brendan? Well, thanks to people like Lynette, many thousands. Many thousands. In fact, I was just saying to Lynette, either today or tomorrow, we're rolling out a massive expansion on the prospecting tool to change the entire caching process and the servers that we use in Azure to cater for even more prospects being loaded on. Like, I reckon you'd battle to reach the limit. And if you do, you've literally crashed a server in Terrico out in Inval. You've like melted one of their servers. So like a lot. Okay. Yes, so Linda's asking the question, if I pay a different premium for a different product, do I earn the same returns? And the same, if somebody takes a product with a different premium price, do I still get my 55 Rand or my, yes, it's a paid product, not premium based. Remember, you're not earning commission. We don't pay you like fees and commissions. You're not an agent, you're not a broker. It's effectively a lead fee. We pay you a fixed lead fee. That was a successful lead. Here's your lead fee. Except I just pay it to you every month thereafter when that product pays. So yes, you'll always get the same return. It doesn't matter about the premium. Okay, that's all I got there on the stream at the moment. You guys got braver yet? Anybody else want to ask me a question from in here? No. Happiness. You got another question? Good.
You covered one of the things which is primary health care. And I suppose I'm speaking from my point of view in terms of being a pensioner. Are you considering something like gap cover?
Yes, we are. Yes. So very few people buy gap cover, unfortunately. Generally, it's bought by corporates for people, because if I came to you and said, look, for an extra 269 Rand, I can top up your medical aid, would you buy it? 99.9% of people say no. So interestingly enough, we are considering gap cover, but I don't believe it's going to be a big seller. Certainly not going to change the construction of your wealth, your channel with us here. But yeah, it's definitely on the cards. It's one of the ones that are coming in the future. Yeah. But the primary healthcare product we've got at the moment, I think, is absolutely phenomenal. If you get into it and then go and compare it in the market, just my personal opinion, I think it's the best one in the market. I really do. You need to decide. Go and do the research. I've done the research. I had to when we were getting the product on board. It is remarkable what you get for your monthly payment. My father was the founder of Clientele Life, and he was a professor of insurance and economics at Wits for 25 years. And I showed him the product, and he was like, this doesn't work. Lynette's son, who's a lawyer, am I right? He's actually a prosecutor, state prosecutor. He looked at the product and he said, no, you can't get this much for this amount. It is phenomenal, that primary healthcare product. So yeah, most people, 80% of South Africans don't have any form of medical aid. So our primary healthcare product really, really hits that gap, better than a gap cover would, but it is on there.
You mentioned 250 or 260. I can tell you I've been shopping in the market and it's something like 480.
Yes, for those, nearly double the price, exactly, for most of them. No, exactly. We know we do the research on all of our products when we're designing them, and we have to review them annually in terms of the regulation. All of our products have to be reviewed. I have to sign off on them with the research behind each one annually, that we do this. This is not a joke company. We said earlier, 9 regulators look after us. I'm actually only 21. I look like this because of the 9 regulators. It's insane. I was actually speaking to my father this week. He's long retired, but I was speaking to my father this week, and I said to him, I spend 4 to 6 hours a week on compliance. Now, if you just take that and divide it into my salary and all of that, it is and it's just me. That's just me. I've got an entire compliance team up the road, plus the cost of tens of millions a year in compliance. And then people have the cheek of calling us a pyramid scheme. Like it bowls me over. It bowls me over. But yeah. So yeah, seriously, we do love our products. They are the heroes here at DuePoint. The products are the heroes. Not only have we created what we think is the only solution in South Africa today, we've brought the best products in the market as well to the table. Anything else? Anything else? No, I've got nothing on here too. All right, let's wrap it up. I'll be outside anyway, so you guys can come and ask me in a less public forum if you've got any more questions. But for those of you online as well, I hope you've enjoyed this evening. And you've got to make some serious decisions now. All of you. You've got to make some decisions. We're not asking you for 5 minutes. We're asking you for a career decision this evening. We want you to come out and start changing your future with us, and we promise it will be much brighter with us. That's what we believe anyway. Thank you very much, folks. Thursday night, Rob will be online again. You can be watching him from there. It's payday on Wednesday or Thursday this week, 17th and 18th. Again, it's going to be absolutely, is it tomorrow? Is it 17th? It's tomorrow, payday tomorrow. There we go. It's a pleasant business, this one. Have a great week, guys. We'll see you on Thursday night again. Thank you very much.